In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on November 6, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Detroit Red Wings versus New York Rangers. The Detroit Red Wings face the New York Rangers, with both teams looking to build off strong starts to the season. The Red Wings have a 6-3-2 record, and with back-to-back wins have one of the best records in the Atlantic Division. The Rangers, meanwhile, have a 6-4-2 record and are right in the middle of a competitive Metropolitan Division. Both teams are looking to end the weekend on a high note and improve in the Eastern Conference, and the upcoming game should be a good one as a result. Detroit is 4-1 in their last 5 games against the Metropolitan and 2-5 in their last 7 Sunday games. The over is 6-2-1 in Detroit's last 9 Sunday games. New York is 14-5 in their last 19 Sunday games and 38-18 in their last 56 home games. The under is 13-4 in New York's last 17 games. The under is 14-2-1 in these two teams' last 17 head-to-head meetings in New York. Detroit is on the back end of a back-to-back. Phil Husso has been much better than Alex Nedeljkovic, but Husso is unlikely to get the starting nod in this contest. Nedeljkovic is 1-2-1 with a 4.96 goals against average and .871 save percentage. He has allowed 4 goals or more in 3 straight starts. While the offense has gotten off to a slow start for New York, they have a very talented offense, and this matchup will allow them to control the game. The defense and goaltending have both been good for the Rangers this season. New York ranks 12th in goals against per game and 7th in shots against per game. Igor Shesterkin has a record of 6-1-2 with a 2.41 goals against average and .916 save percentage. Detroit will be fatigued, and they will not be able to score on Shesterkin. Playing at home and with Detroit on the back end of a back-to-back, New York will take care of things. So the New York Rangers money line is our full game side pick. The defense and goaltending have both been very good for New York. The Rangers rank 11th in goals against per game and 7th in shots against per game. Igor Shesterkin has a record of 6-1-2 with a 2.41 goals against average and .916 save percentage. Detroit is on the back end of a back-to-back, and they will be fatigued, and they will struggle against the Rangers. The Red Wings average just 2.2 goals per game over the last 10 games against New York. The Red Wings, who have only allowed 1 goal in the last 2 games, should limit the Rangers' offense with Ali Mata, Filip Hronek, and the rest of the defensive unit creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shooting lanes, allowing goaltender Alex Nedeljkovic to make plenty of big saves. The Rangers, who allow only 2.92 goals per game, should eliminate and potentially shut out the Red Wings with Adam Fox, Jacob Trouba, K'Andre Miller, and the rest of the defensive unit forcing turnovers in the neutral zone and defensive zone, while goaltender Igor Shesterkin blanks the shots on the net. With that said, the under has also hit in 8 out of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. With both teams playing great defense in recent games, I see this game being a low-scoring one dominated by both defensive units. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Carolina Hurricanes. The Toronto Maple Leafs face the Carolina Hurricanes, with both teams looking to build off strong starts to the season. The Maple Leafs have a 6-4-2 record, while the Hurricanes have an 8-2-1 record, and with 4 wins in a row have the best record in the Metropolitan Division. The Maple Leafs are looking to improve in the Atlantic Division, while the Hurricanes look to remain in first place in the Metropolitan Division, and the upcoming game should be a great one as a result. The Maple Leafs are 0-4 in their last 4 road games and 5-2 in their last 7 games playing on 0 days rest. The Hurricanes are 39-14 in their last 53 home games and 4-0 in their last 4 overall. The under is 8-3-1 in Maple Leafs' last 12 overall. The over is 4-1 in Hurricanes' last 5 overall. The Maple Leafs are 5-2 in the last 7 meetings in Carolina. The favorite is 5-2 in the last 7 meetings. The home team is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings. The Toronto Maple Leafs are finishing off an extremely tough weekend as they play their second game in as many nights against a strong Carolina Carolina Hurricanes team. On Saturday night, Toronto took down another strong team in the Boston Bruins in what was a full 60-minute war. Now with another game in less than 24 hours, it will be interesting to see the energy or potentially the lack thereof for Toronto. Carolina should come away with the win here as they are the more rested team and will be in their home building. They have also been exceptional to begin this season as they lead the Metropolitan Division with 17 points. Toronto has ramped up their play after a 4-4-2 start and an extremely concerning road trip, so they should be up for the challenge and ready to play them hard. On paper, these are two of the Eastern Conference's top teams, so we should be in for a good one. The Carolina Hurricanes should be favored because they are at home with the rest advantage, and their offense should give the Maple Leafs issues. However, the Toronto Maple Leafs are still a super talented team that's tough to turn down in the underdog role, and they've had success playing on the end of back-to-backs dating back to last season. With the rest and recent play of the Hurricanes, they are likely going to get the W here, but with playing a good and confidence-earning opponent, we will have a tight finish worst-case scenario. I expect the Maple Leafs to keep this within one goal, so the Toronto Maple Leafs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Former Maple Leaf Frederik Andersen will be in net for Carolina, which should hinder the chances of a highly offensive outing from Toronto. Limited rest will add to the chances of this. The Maple Leafs' third-string goalie Erik Källgren will be in the pipes for Toronto, and while he hasn't been great to start the year, he now has added pressure with starting goaltender Ilya Samsonov leaving Saturday night's game early. Källgren has lots to prove, and in the spotlight, I believe that he will be sharp and keep the score relatively low. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Florida Panthers versus Anaheim Ducks. The Florida Panthers are off to a solid start in 2022, but their expectations before the season were sky high, and on Sunday, they'll travel to Anaheim to take on the young, up-and-coming Ducks, who are yet to hit their strides in 2022. Both teams are playing solid hockey in 2022, but are yet to build momentum as winning teams, and while Florida come into this one as a major favorite, the Ducks have the talent to take the fight to them. We will see both teams on the second night of a back-to-back, so there could be some sloppy hockey, but with the talent on display, it's going to be a thrilling and very intriguing contest. Florida is 48-14 in their last 62 games against a team with a losing record and 1-4 in their last 5 road games, while the under is 6-1 in their last 8 games against the Western Conference. Anaheim is 1-5 in their last 6 games played on no rest and 12-55 in their last 67 games against a team with a winning record, while the over is 6-1 in their last 7 Sunday games. The Florida Panthers wrap up their West Coast road trip on Sunday against the Anaheim Ducks after having to face the Los Angeles Kings on Saturday night. While being on a back-to-back is never favorable, it actually provides value in this spot. The Panthers would otherwise be even more significant favorites, even on the road. That's because they're a team looking to repeat in terms of having the best record in the NHL, while the Ducks are one of the worst teams in the league. All of that without mentioning that Anaheim will also be on the second night of a back-to-back. They will be heading back home after facing the San Jose Sharks on Saturday night. That means both teams will be traveling to play this game less than 24 hours later, which again favors the Panthers. The Ducks haven't had many moments of brilliance so far this season, so it's no surprise that they are allowing the most shots per game and the most goals allowed per game. That's bad news against a Panthers team that was the only team in the NHL to average over 4 goals per game last season and is taking the most shots per game so far this year. That's going to put a lot of pressure on goaltender John Gibson, who obviously has not looked great so far this season. There is the argument that the Panthers could overlook this game before heading back to Florida, but there is simply too much of a talent gap between these teams to expect anything but a comfortable win for the visitors. So the Florida Panthers money line is our full game side pick. This series has not delivered too many snipes lately, with 6 of the past 7 meetings between the Panthers and the Ducks all finishing below the set goal mark. Still, this one will very likely witness at least 7 markers on the score sheet. 4 of the most recent 5 outings of Florida have all been high-scoring bouts, averaging no less than 7.5 tallies per matchup. The very last 4 contests of Anaheim, meanwhile, have averaged a whopping 9.5 goals per fixture, with the team also going over the total in 5 of its past 7 games played with no rest. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.